Damn. So one question is, you want to go by your government or for J-Burr?
J-Burr. It's like J-Burr.
Where did J-Burr come from?
Huh? What said J-Burr? J-Burr.
No, where did J-Burr come from?
No, my first name started with a J.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I was just, chilling one day. Dude said J-Burr. I was like, that kind of got like ring to it.
Right.
I don't know what that really means. I was like, said think of something. So I'm like, I guess I'm cold like bird type shit. But so that's just where it came from.
All right, man. I wanted to ask you, what is culture to you?
Culture, man. Culture to me is, it ain't no like, it don't go to no certain race or nothing, no certain gender group of people. It's just like, alright, it's a whole bunch of people all connected in this one thing. And I feel like that's their culture.
I believe it. Why do you think everyone is trying to put race into everything nowadays?
I don't even know for real. I mean, couldn't really even give you an answer on that. I know when it come down to me and mine, we ain't rolling like that though. Everybody get their little benefit of the doubt. You might be a cool person, so that's just how me and mine's gonna roll.
Right on. I want to ask you, what's something that's happened that changed your perspective on life?
Man, I've been arrested a couple times, all over some bullshit. Ended up catching the case and then going to trial and getting 5 years probation. Shit was like, fuck no, like this shit lame.
What was it like? I think a lot of people think that run around. I ain't saying it. I mean, it's bad, but I mean, it's like a lot of people don't think it's like cool to do all that shit.
Yeah, it really ain't. And then, of course, you got some people out there that do think it's cool, and I feel like that's where I'm stepping up right now. So I'm telling them like that shit ain't cool at all. And then the fact is, we ain't doing that shit because it's cool. We doing it because we're trying to, come up.
Got you. Who has been your biggest influence?
Man, biggest influence I had to say, as far as music-wise, a lot of artists that I listen to Rollo Rodriguez, Money Man, and J. Cole, whole Dreamville squad. I really fuck with them.
Right on. Question: what really got you into music?
That's a hard one. What really got me into music was like, I guess I just be chilling, make something. At first, I wasn't really too good, but people like, you got a nice voice, and you make sense. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep going. I guess that's just how I got in.
Whenever you made your first track, did you think it was bad? Or you think were you confident in it when you made your first track?
I was definitely confident in it, but I felt like I needed to go ahead and make more, and try and progress with it.
Right. What's one thing about rapping people don't understand?
It take time. It do take time. You're not finna jump up and be like, oh man, I want to be a rapper, and then tomorrow you the next biggest thing. It take hella time, and then the whole process and making the song just be taking some time sometimes. I feel like you really gotta go through something to make a real truthful song.
True.
Instead of getting on the beat and just talking, just chatting.
Gotcha. I wanted to ask you, let me ask you this. What was your biggest dream as a kid?
And my biggest dream, I really wanted to play football. Yeah, I wanted to be in the NFL, NCAA. I gave up on the NFL, started thinking about NCAA, just getting a little college education. And I was like, man, football ain't for me.
Was it like a passion of yours?
It was a pretty good path. And I just decided to give up on it. I feel like you should never give up on your dreams type shit though. Like don't ever. So that's why I'm really pursuing my rapping shit. Cause I let myself down once, so it's like, why let myself down the second time?
Do you trust yourself?
Yeah, I trust myself. I trust myself more than I trust anybody. That's how it should be.
Did it take you time to do that? Have you always done that?
I mostly always been like that. But that's when confidence come in. I've always trusted myself, but I ain't always had the confidence to just go out and do it. So that's when I just put my foot down, stepped up, and said this was gonna happen.
Right. I love the confidence. Especially with the way the world is nowadays, how big of an influence do you think social media has on people?
Man, social media has a big influence on people. For me, one thing I do is I'm not the biggest social media advocate, but being a rapper, I need social media. I need to promote and build my platform. One thing about me is I wake up in the morning, no social media for the first 2 hours. After that, I ain't gonna say I have a field day, but I get on there, check, just see what's going on, get off. Cause you don't want to let nothing get into your mind. Like a lot of kids, they do that. They get on social media. They be like, oh man, this nigga got the newest Benz. This nigga got the newest fucking watch or some shit. Biggest chain. They like, shit, I need to go get that. And then they take the wrong precautions to go and get it.
About that, I think it's what they call keeping up with the Jones. Like every time, like in the neighborhood, every time the Jones get something new, the whole neighborhood will get something.
The neighborhood wanted.
The whole neighborhood wanted. I know that one time when I was working at Whataburger, I remember this guy was a manager. He went and got himself a new car. Sure enough, 3-4 other more people went and got new cars. We all working at Whataburger.
Probably ain't even got the
money to even afford it.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking like, why are you trying? But I think what it is, I think people want to have the idea of the like all the luxurious things in life.
Yeah.
One thing I want to ask you is, do you enjoy the little things?
Gotta enjoy the little things, man. There's so many little things out there that I just can't pin on it right now, but you gotta enjoy the little things. Take everything, don't take nothing for granted, and be grateful for everything.
Right. I want to ask you this. How do you view yourself?
I view myself as a pretty cool, laid-back person. A person with some insight who really ain't gonna give too much about what somebody else got to say, because somebody else always gonna have something to say. About, at the end of the day, it's about what you're doing.
Right. So you never needed validation from other people when you do something?
I mean, we all appreciate the validation, like, oh shit, like you doing good right now, big bro, and shit like that. But like, as far as that, like, if you ain't gonna give it to me, I give it to myself. I go in the mirror and tell myself that.
Right. I want to ask you, as you grow into the person, are you the person you want to be, or are you trying to be the person you want to be?
I'm falling in right in between that thin line of the person that I'm trying to be and the person that I want to be right now. And I feel like that's really all that matters. Sometimes I might beat myself down about it, but not too much, making progress.
Are you your biggest critic?
That.
I'm sorry.
I'm saying you just gotta celebrate your progress. But yeah, I think I'm my biggest critic.
I think it's everybody, though, especially when you're an artist. I feel like you are your biggest critic. You can drop something fire and be like, I need to change this. I need to change that.
Yeah, man.
And people be like, oh man, but I say, man, like it's dope. It's dope. Like, no, it's missing something.
Yeah, like you need to drop this right now, but for the real, like, it's missing something.
Right. The question is, are you a perfectionist?
Perfectionist. And to my art, I feel like I try and perfect it, but I feel like that's just the standard that people set within themselves. So like, yeah, when I feel like I got it, when I'm making that song and I feel like, boom, that's it. I go through all of it, mixer and mastering. It's like, all right, now it's finished. Even after that point where it's like, it still need more to work on. That's what I feel like. But you get to that point where it's like, oh, it's finished now.
Oh yeah, but you get that feeling of like, okay, I can let this project go.
Yeah.
The question is, are you a big person on singles, EP, LPs, or albums?
Right now, I'm working on an album, but I feel like I'm gonna be a big person on F's. Now, I'm not too much of a single guy. I feel like it fucks up the algorithm. Nobody wants to get online and see you only got one song. Take you 3 months to make a whole another one. Or something like that. I might put my EP out and then drop a whole album after that. If I just happen to come up with a little freestyle or something, that's when my singles come in.
I want to ask you, how important is it to be consistent as an artist? 'Cause I think a lot of artists nowadays may drop one album every like 3-4 years, and they just disappear and then come back like nothing happened.
You gotta be consistent, man, because you gotta keep moving with the times. Cause that's what everybody else is doing. Say you take a 3-4 year break, come back, like, who is this guy?
Right.
We remember him from 3-4 years ago. Not
Right.
now. It's somebody totally hotter than you right now.
True. I want to ask you, do you think that the world is moving too fast?
Ooh, man, gotta end on my shit. I feel like the world is moving at an okay speed. I just feel depends on how you really look at it. As far as individuals, a couple people move too fast, but I feel like the world is going at its own little speed, progressing as it should.
That's dope. That's dope. I know a lot of things that people don't understand is, even though the world's moving fast, don't mean you have to. Don't mean you have to stay up with everything.
Yeah, nah, you definitely gotta do your own thing. That's just cause what the world may find cool. If you go out and do your own shit, it's like they fuck with it. They fuck with it. Somebody gonna fuck with it.
Right.
Somebody gonna like what you doing and mess with it. So you can't be worried about too much about what the world got going on.
You answered my question. I was about to ask you. You believe there's too many followers in the world?
Yeah, too many followers, not enough leaders. But that's how it works. Not everybody can be a leader. You just gotta have good followers and good leaders for the good followers to follow.
What's the definition of a good leader?
Man, my definition of a good leader is somebody who they gonna be truthful, but they gonna let you know this ain't right, this and that ain't right. It's a better way to do things, and a good leader they gonna get their perspective on stuff. Excuse me.
No, you fine. Let me see this.
That's crazy.
What's up?
Fake died.
Damn. I want to ask you something. Why do people vape?
Man, the reason I vape, like I said, I'm on 5 years of probation, so I can't.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Can't get in that leaf. But it's like, so I just, hit this every once in a while. It don't really do nothing. It's just like, I guess it's like that. I'm almost the same feeling depending on how you think about it.
I want to ask you, I mean, I know some people, well, we're not talking about the leaf, but I mean, I feel like a lot of people use that. I think people get addicted to it and they don't know how to get off of it.
Yeah, it's actually addictive. They say it's not, but
it is.
Yeah, anything can be addictive. You usually smoke it when you're going through. At first, you start off smoking and going through a hard time, unless you just being the follower.
Right.
And you say, "Oh, I want to be cool," but you may be going through a hard time, not feeling well, and you decide to smoke. That's when you become dependent on it. So even when you're good, you want to smoke. When you're bad, you want to smoke. And then when you don't need it no more, or you got a set of rules placed against you, it's like it's gonna be hard to stop.
It will be hard to stop. I know sometimes, I know a lot of people say that they can't even go to work without it. They can't even leave the house without it.
Be like that. It would be like that for some people. I ain't gonna lie, it was like that for me at one point, but that was like in my early teenage years, going to school, doing stuff like that. Really just didn't want to be there, so.
I got like a random question for you. What was it like growing up?
Growing up, it was pretty cool. Stay on the north side of Tyler. Hit up the gym. A little shooting around.
I got you.
But even hit up the rec or do stuff like that. Pool don't even matter. Really grew up with some real cool people.
I want to ask you, what was high school like?
High school.
Well, let me ask you this before you start. What you thought was gonna be?
This is exactly what I thought it was gonna be.
Oh my gosh, man! I'm sitting thinking you're gonna be like, nah, man. So what was it like, man?
Man, high school. I got into a little trouble in high school, here and there. But it was like I expected that for myself. Still growing up, you're gonna learn. You're gonna live and you learn. But at the end of the day, it was like, all right, I learned this. Can't do wrong. And also another part of high school was that follower leader thing. I feel like I did my thing as far as being an okay leader, but you know, fell short. Sometimes, like, cause it's all on you. It's all on the person within. You ain't gotta do that. Or you ain't gotta do that. I wouldn't say I was doing it because somebody else was doing it, but I was doing it because it's kind of what I wanted to do, and I feel like it still falls under the fatherhood thing, consciously.
You know, how you always been like subconscious of like your surroundings and like what's going on in the world.
I don't try and miss a beat really, but you know, do miss a beat sometimes. Not being on social media and stuff like that, but I try and stay content with what's going on. Know what's around me, know my surroundings and shit like that.
That's dope. How do you not judge people for when they fall short?
Oh, everybody gonna fall short, man. You know, instead of trying to put a person down when they fall short, like why not pick them up type shit? Because if it was you wouldn't want them talking down on you or putting you down. So
right,
you know, even if they wouldn't do the same for you, it's the principle in it. Like I don't want them to do that to me, so I'm not gonna do that to them.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a whole lot of life thing we get into. One thing I would notice is why do you believe the world's so negative?
I feel like the word so negative is because people projecting their negative thoughts on the others instead of trying to be more positive about stuff.
I felt that because I mean it's like there's so many things going on. I mean like some people post a picture of like them with their kid and they'll be like your kid's ugly and they're like I mean it's not funny.
It's not funny, but that's how people be, man.
It be like that. I mean it's like I understand. It's like just because you're going through something doesn't mean I want to be going through your pain too.
Yeah. Remind me of this one time, man. I was chilling with this little yes, and she was getting on like her blood brother about. She was getting on her blood brother. She was like, man, the girl you messing with ugly, and I was just like, you can't be saying that, man. You can't be saying that. That's his girlfriend.
Right.
So it's just like I try not to project negative on other people and try and lend as much insight as possible for other people not to project negativity.
Right.
But it's all in the person whether they want to listen or not.
True. What's one piece of advice someone gave you that stuck with you?
Stay down till you come up.
What do you mean?
So basically it just means like fucking ants going crazy today. So it's, basically, you know, you might have to do something that you really don't want to do, but when you keep doing it, you're gonna keep building, and it's like, all right, sooner or later, it'll all be worth it.
I want to ask you.
Man, I did try to hit it again after I realized it was
sat here and
dead.
said this man said the stomach over there, so I went for it again. I said, hot dang it. Let's see here. What's the difference between lust and love?
Ooh, man, that hit me right upside the head. Love, man, it's a big difference. Lust, you want somebody because of you just want them. You got your interior ultimatums or some bullshit,
right?
But like, it's not really real. But like love, you know, you're not really looking at that person on the outside no more. You're not really trying to see what they can bring to the table. It's like, all right, this person cool. You know, I can grow with them. I feel like that's love.
That's dope. I mean, do you believe? Let me ask you this: how important is growth to you?
Important is growth. Growth is important. You gotta grow. You always gotta grow. I feel like if you stand in the same spot, you're not doing good at that moment. And you're gonna have to, you know, put on your suit and say, oh man, I gotta grow up. And not just grow up. My fault.
No, you go ahead.
So I not just grow up, but like grow in your craft and grow in mindset. Really.
It have taken you a long time to get the mindset you have, or you have felt like you have an old soul.
Took me a minute. Took me a minute. I had to go through some stuff. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
You good, man. All right, let me ask you like this. start with the obvious. How long you been like a Spider-Man, man? Can you deck down Spider-Man from head to toe?
Man, tell you the truth, I'm not the biggest Spider-Man fan. I'm more of a Venom fan than a Spider-Man fan. But it's like these Crocs were hard, so I had to go and get them. You see them?
These ones.
I look like some easy type shit. I was like, oh man, I'm getting these. They got clogs already came on them, so I was like, oh.
She was ready to go.
She was ready to go.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you watch the new Spider-Man movie? Spider-Verse?
Don't attack me, man. I didn't watch it. I'm a big movie person.
What's the latest movie you watched?
The Barbie movie.
How was it?
Wasn't really for me.
I want to ask you, did you go by yourself?
Nah, I didn't go by myself.
Go with a female? Go with some dudes?
Nah. You imagine though, a group of like 5 or 4, 3 dudes walking to the movie theater to go see Barbie.
With a straight face? With
a straight face at that, like, they there for real.
Oh yeah, shit. I know I was grown. I went and seen Incredibles 2, but it came out.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's different though.
Oh, it's a Barbie movie. Let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about owning your own business? And what would you do?
Man, you know, if rap don't work out, you always gotta have a plan B type shit.
Right.
So I feel like the business I really want to work on is auto body. You know, paint and refinish, shit like that. Custom body work. And then on a little side hustle, you know, selling snakes, dogs, just shit like that.
Threw me off.
Threw you off.
I wasn't expecting that. I ain't even think about people really selling snakes like that.
Man,
it's a whole market.
Whole market. So not something that I just be into, but you know, seeing it on TikTok, got a couple people who got snakes, and it's like, all right, if you serious about it, then you know, come on and come learn. So I'm like, all right, say less. You know, build up the funds, and then that's when you gotta invest in yourself.
That's a good thing about self-investing. I don't think a lot of people do it.
Nah, cause they waiting on that moment for somebody else to come and be like, oh, here you go, or here you go. But it don't work like that. Even though life is all about connections, nobody's just gonna come and give it to you. You know, you gotta bring something to the table yourself.
True. For some reason, I thought you tried to hit that baby.
Nah.
I about to say, man, come on. Cause I saw your hand go up. I was about to say, oh, come on, man.
Nah.
Let's see here. Do you believe that we're only people in the universe?
Like human beings?
Like just living things. Like you believe in UFOs?
I don't know what's in them. I ain't gonna specify what I think is in them, because I don't think it ain't no damn aliens and shit. That's just my take on it. I don't think there's no aliens and no UFOs, or how they trying to make it seem.
Yeah, for sure. Man, they're talking about there's a bunch of UFOs and stuff popping around now.
Yeah, they finding them, hiding them.
Oh, definitely. Oh, do you think we ever been to the moon?
To the moon? I don't know. I can't tell if it's scripted or not, man. Cause you know they say it's scripted, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I can't even decide, man.
I can't decide either. I'm sitting there thinking like, dang, they said they went to the moon and everything. I'm sitting there thinking, y'all done went to the moon. There's so many other bullshit problems going on in the world.
Exactly. You worry about what's on the fucking moon. There ain't nothing up there, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Like what was going on at that time? Like wasn't terrorism like really big during that time?
I think it was back like in the 60s or 70s, I believe. I mean, I think that like during the hippie days and stuff like that. Well, I believe that's when they believe like they started the war on drugs and stuff like that.
Yeah. There's way more going on.
Oh yeah.
Than the moon.
Most definitely. I'm gonna ask you. Oh. You have any kids? Alright, let me ask you this. would you raise your son how you were raised, or would you raise your son how you think you should have been raised?
I raised my son how I was raised. I feel like I was raised well. I feel like all the faults just came within. It wasn't really something that my people had to do with it. It was on me. So I feel like I want my son to be raised how I was raised.
That's dope. That's dope. I want to ask you, what's your definition of a good father?
Good father. Good father is really just the father that's gonna be there for his kid. Like you don't even gotta be with your BM no more, but you know you still got a kid, and it's best if you show your kid the way. Just know that your kid do whatever he really want to or she want to.
Right. Right. I'm gonna ask you about co-parent. Co-parent. I wanted to ask you, why do you believe a lot of people use a kid as a weapon? You ever seen that before?
Yeah, because like I feel like the kid ties it together at that point. You know, when the parents split up, and then you got that kid, and it's like, all right, you gonna do this and you gonna do that. I'm gonna take that kid away from you.
Right.
Like, it's fucked up. Really, I really ain't got too much to say on it because I really don't know too much about it.
Right.
You know, I ain't no parent, so
It's true.
damn.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's fucked up using your kid as a weapon to your once significant other. May still be, who knows.
Correct. I want to ask you, when you're writing down lyrics, how do you start?
How do I start? Gotta turn on that beat. That's the first thing, and then you just gotta think. Sometimes I put down a title first. If I can't come up with a title, then it's write the song title later. And sometimes I just like sit there, think, maybe close my eyes and just sit there and be like, all right, this is what I want to talk about.
You have to tell a story, or you have to write bars?
I like to incorporate it all into it. I can be telling you a story, but at the same time I'm spitting punchlines. It's like, all right, like they gonna mess with this. It's different.
What's the hardest bar you ever wrote?
Hardest bar I ever wrote. I think I said niggas don't be committing crimes, but they be committing treason. And so really that just came to me like that ain't my hardest bar, but that's just one off the head that I could really think of that was hard. It was like these dudes really ain't living the life they say they are, but when it comes down to it, they'll switch on the people closer to them, people that had their back, burn bridges.
I'm gonna ask you. That's something I want to ask you. Whenever you're growing and progressing as a person, are you able to let go of old friends, knowing they're not good for you?
Yeah, definitely able to let go of old friends. Maybe like you may miss that person, but it's like you gotta think about it. This person is best for me right now. Like these people gonna uplift me and help me out right now. You still have love for somebody, but that don't mean you gotta be around them.
To ask you, what's your definition of success?
Definition of success for me is being proud of yourself. I feel like that's when you're really successful. When you feel like you're still in what you're doing, like you good. I feel like that's really success. Not the biggest mansion or whatever, just when you feel like, all right, I'm doing what I want to be doing in life. And the people around me are happy, the people around me, I'm being a good role model to them, I feel like that's success.
What's one of the hard lessons you ever had to learn?
Hardest lesson I ever had to learn was you gotta deal with stuff, man. If it's something you don't want to do, but you gotta do it, you just gotta do it. That was my biggest problem, I don't want to do something, I'm going to get mad and just like, I'm not doing that. But if I don't do it, I how am I going to better myself?
See what they finally made to me.
Oh man, they out here. I don't know what's going on. That sun, something.
I think it's something in the water.
Probably.
Well, I mean, there was something in the water not too long ago.
Nah, for real. I'm gonna be real honest with you. When I found out I was late, I was like, man, I could have E. coli right now.
Right.
I ain't know it was something in the water.
Yeah, I think about it though. I think about it though. I always don't watch the news. Do you? Me either.
I mean, like, I'll turn on the news every once in a while, see what's going on. I got that little widget on my phone. That, like, you swipe all the way over, it tells you what's going on in the world as far as local news.
Right.
The weather. Shit, I walk outside and see the weather. But I do need to know what's going on later in the day if it's gonna rain or something.
Right.
I do watch the news sometimes, but I'm not a big person on the news.
Are you very political?
I'm like political on certain topics. I feel like every topic don't need my input. So it's like, and I don't have an input for every topic. So it's like, that's just how I be feeling about it.
Felt that. You can move anywhere in the world. Where would you move to?
On an island, somewhere.
By yourself.
I don't know by myself, man. You know, I want to say by myself, but you know, I got people I mess with, and it's like cool people I gotta have around me. So I feel like I may have an island. Like if I could, I live on an island, maybe by myself with a couple people.
Right. I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite kind of dog?
My favorite dog, man, that Roddy, that pit bull.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
The way you looked at me, I said, let me know. I said, I don't believe shit else. But that I will believe. Let's see here. What's your dream car?
Dream car. Oh man, that Benz, man, that G-Wagon.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Painted slime green. You know, put the little flakes in the paint.
Not a little flake. I'm done with you. I'm done with you, bro. Let me see here. You ever want to go skydiving?
Another thing I always wanted to do was skydiving and hot air balloon. I don't know why.
Hot air
balloon.
Anything else on your bucket list?
Swimming with sharks.
Yeah.
That's about it.
You told like some random as shit to do.
Nah, play hockey. Play a good hockey. Trying to learn how to play hockey, that too. I don't see how they be skating on the ice, man.
Oh, you know what? You want to figure it out today.
Yeah, I want to figure it out.
See this. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Still pursuing, you know, still pursuing rap. But, you know, also trying to like, if it's not, I ain't gonna say if it's not working. I feel like it definitely don't work, but you know, also pursuing other things like education. Still want to get an education and shit like that. Nice job.
Are you in college?
Yeah.
Or you pursuing what your degree?
But hold on, you haven't been by in college? Yeah. No, I'm not in college. No, I'm not in school right now.
I think you sprayed them on the damn chair.
I got ants all up in the cup, man.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Took all your shit out.
For real. I would probably be sipping the ants.
That's on you, man. You don't want to put that damn cup down. You saw the ants beforehand. You kept fucking with the man. All right. You won't keep messing with them.
Thought they were gonna leave my cup alone.
They on everything else.
I should have known.
You should look in your cup now.
Oh, ain't nothing in that cup no more. They got the little rest though.
Oh,
droplets. They got the little droplets.
I want to ask you this. What Okay then. You have any regrets?
No regrets. I mean, it's stuff I wish I did better, but really I ain't got no regrets. It's done. Did it. Just gotta move forward.
Is it hard? Yeah, is it hard for you to forgive yourself?
Used to be hard for me to forgive myself, but it was like, as sooner or later I just learned that it is what it is. You're gonna live and you're gonna learn. And you can't beat yourself up over stuff. So that's when I started forgiving myself and stuff.
Let's see here. I think I got like one more question for you. I'm saying, see, I gotta make it a good one.
Hit me, man. Hit me.
I'm thinking, bro. I'm thinking. Hold on. Right now, I'm thinking of a time machine. Okay, let me ask you this: would you go? If you had a time machine, where would you go?
Pass. Oh, whoa, hold on. Let me be careful before I answer that one.
So you change the past, you change the shit you're doing now.
Yeah. Ooh. Can I use the time machine more than once?
Depending on what you do. Tell me why you use it the first time. When I deter you can use it the second time.
Alright. So the first time I'm gonna use it to go into the future. You know, maybe see what's going on in the future. And if I ain't liking it, I'm gonna come back.
What the hell you gonna do?
I don't know. I'm gonna really be stuck on it, trying to figure out where everything went wrong. When I come back.
I think that's gonna mess you up the most.
It probably would. I just don't know. If I could go back in the past, it'd probably be like dinosaurs, like around that time or some shit. I don't know.
You gonna get chased by T-Rexes and shit?
Hey man, it's I don't know, man. It's better than shit going. Where would you go if you had a time machine?
Yeah, I expect you to ask me that question. Stop the gun. Let's see. If I had a time machine, I would definitely go to the future. I would go probably I'll probably go to the year 3000. To see what's going on, see if people still on the earth or the earth done blew up, something like that.
Probably see flying cars or some shit.
Oh shit, they already got flying cars. Yeah, the most expensive flying car I think was like 4.5 million. It was just flies. Some cars can go in water.
Oh yeah, the watermobiles.
Oh, most definitely.
I be messing with them, man. I be seeing them. I don't see them before. I like them. I ain't even talking about no shit like jet ski. I'm talking about those cars that be on the water just hovering.
Right.
Yeah, I just seen those before.
Oh hell no. I don't like deep water.
I ain't going over no deep water. Maybe over like a little river, lake or something with a life jacket on.
Can you swim?
Oh yeah, I can swim.
I'm about to make sure.
I can definitely swim.
Alright, make it show. Shit. Anything else you want to add? Where can people find your music?
You'll be able to find it on all streaming platforms this coming October 31st.
Alright. Appreciate you, man. Been on the podcast, man. Enjoy yourself. And we out of this.
Yeah.
Damn. Coach bag, but got for her own for me. Yeah. Wanna hit at the stove with me. How she hold pole for me. Kick down your door with me. How she switch outfits for me. Why she spin the bins for me. Got a D knocked off her feet. Now she in love with me. Now she wanna thug with me. Tryna hit up a club with me. Tryna sell out a club for me. Tryna go to my shows with me. How she chase the money for me. She calling me twin, she think we the same. She wanna be just like me. She wanna meet the G. She wanna be on the team.